This is not your father's Super Mario World. This is an amazing experience that has it all except for Bowser. It was made by an Australian that goes by the name of Juzcook on Twitch, where he streams a variety of content from retro games to Mario Maker 2. It was uploaded to SMW Central October 3rd, 2018, and has been downloaded over 12,000 times, and has a speedrun leaderboard of 31 names featuring some of the most elite players and runners in the world, along with none other than yours truly. Invictus is a fantastic game, but that is not to say it is an easy one. This game contains many unique experiences that you may never have seen before, as well as some classic takes on level cliches that the more experienced player may recognize, like the concept of releasing a vine and chasing it to the top, commonly called Skytree. From Ride Engineering that refuses to stop tracking you, to the ability to change jump midair from regular jump to spin jump, and back again, referred to as motor skills, you will see some extremely diverse levels designed around these concepts. While on the surface of things it can sound crazy, after all, how can the player be expected to handle changing jumps midair while also controlling on and off switches using the L and R buttons? Juzcook thought of this with the order of levels, and he slowly introduces more and more crazy concepts. The game starts with classic platforming, and then one level at a time, introduces one new concept in a way that trains the player while still remaining fun instead of just dumping you face first into an overwhelming and unfair set of obstacles. This game will challenge you, but you will find the satisfaction of making progress and clearing levels well worth the time invested. It has to be mentioned that this game is filled with hidden rooms featuring Juzcook's Twitch emotes, as well as some good old-fashioned, silly, and oftentimes mean trolls. You've been warned. In the world of Mario Romhacks, anything you can dream is possible, and luckily for us, Juzcook dreams in full surround sound. Of all the ROM hacks I've played, this one has debatably the best soundtrack. While you won't find any classics like Athletic Theme, you will find in its place unmistakable favorites like Bowser's Domain from Mario 64 and Megalovania from Undertale. You'll also find yourself jamming out to tunes you either don't recognize or only vaguely recall, like the sweet tune from Final Fantasy V called Fate and Haze, or my new favorite, Creatures from the Silent Sea from Rudra no Hiho, which is a Japanese RPG. Don't worry, I never heard of it either. The awesomeness of the soundtrack goes beyond good tunes, with a remarkable ability to not become annoying even after many hours of listening, which on a first play, you will be stuck in levels for a long time. Juzcook perfectly matches the music to levels in a way that's hard to describe. Whether the level is laid back and slow-paced, or intense and action-packed, the music always seems to match perfectly and consistently hits the mark, which really helps set the atmosphere. In a lot of Super Mario World hacks, you will find bosses of all variety. Often, they're essentially the same as the classic game, with a slight twist, like extra hits, obscure background colors, or extra enemies added to help increase difficulty. This game does boss fights in a fantastic way, with lots of custom coding. Each fight provides a challenge and more often than not, matches the theme of the level in which they are featured. And while Bowser is normally the culprit behind kidnapping the princess, this game features the Magic Koopa, commonly called Kamek, as the big bad guy. And what a wild fight it is, with 5 different phases that make classic Bowser seem like a walk in the park. Each fight is difficult in its own way, but fair and often straightforward in what is expected of the player. Wondering how in the world these bosses came about? Through the help of amazing players and Mario enthusiasts from around the world with lots of programming and technical knowledge. Be sure to check the credits, if you make it that far, to see who specifically made these bosses possible, so you know who to thank, or even curse, as the case may be. This game is a true masterpiece that requires all future ROM hacks to step up in quality in every single way. To anyone patient enough and experienced enough, this is a must-play and ranks as my personal favorite, and is unlikely any ROM hack will be able to top such an incredibly high standard. Make sure to check the description below for links to SMW Central, Juzcook's Twitch, and the soundtrack on YouTube. Thank you for your time, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more Mario-related reviews in the near future.